When I was diagnosed, I actually was living in a very small town on the western side of Illinois, and not only did I not really know anyone in my town so much, but I personally had no history of breast cancer, and I knew no one personally who had had breast cancer. I had never been affected by that.
I didn't really know how to reach out to ask for assistance, especially from my family. My family is not very close-knit, not on purpose. I think they just didn't know how or what to do.
I remember feeling so alone and standing in the grocery store saying, I am the only young woman with cancer. Everybody else in this store has a happy, normal life, and I'm sitting here and I'm the only one. You know, and then when I met YSC, I wasn't. And that was the part where I thought, okay, I can do this. I think when you're isolated and alone, you think, I don't know how. But if you have others around you, you start to feel like, we'll figure it out.
It was an amazing moment to finally learn that there were thousands of other women who had been diagnosed with breast cancer at a young age and understood what that was like.
I went to several hospitals, cancer groups that had support groups in the area, and everyone that I went to, the women were just much older and just had a completely different phase of life. They weren't working anymore. They weren't the sole breadwinner in the family as I was, and didn't really have some of the same issues that I was really struggling with at the time.
I'm 34 and I have to figure out little things like how I'm going to get my kid into a car seat. No one could answer that question. But when I went to YSC, you know what they told me? Jelly beans. That's how you get your 2-year-old in a car seat after a double mastectomy. Bribery.
We talk about the same things over and over years later, but that is what keeps us going. I can't talk about those things to a regular friend, somewhat, but not every day. They're like, girl, you look fine, you're fine, keep it moving.
You create friendships. They're my BC sisters, as I call them. They're people that understand, no matter how trivial it is, what you're going through.
I don't know what I would have done without them, honestly. I don't know how I would have gotten through this experience without talking with all the other wonderful people who are part of the Young Survivor Coalition. The friendships, the spunkiness, the camaraderie, the collective strength is something that got me through this. So I will always be a part of YSC.